Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome back to another LEGO Creator 3-in-1 review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 31137, Adorable Dogs. This set includes 475 pieces, retails for $29.99 when it releases on March 1st of 2023. Now I've been on a bit of a LEGO Creator kick lately, and this set really looks exciting just because I love dogs and there are so many of them that you can build within this set. Another fun fact about this is that it is also created by the same guy who made the Majestic Tiger, so we may have some new friends for him in this set. But anyways, looking at the box art, it's pretty similar to other box arts for LEGO Creator sets where you get that sort of polygon animation style for the back art. You get your main model as well as your two alternate builds. Here we get a pairing of 3 and some pairing of 2s, and from the back you get some closer looks at those alternate models. Look at that Husky, I really like that, and the Schnauzer. Honestly, the only thing I'm missing at this point is a Dalmatian. That's really the one dog that I would have loved to have seen in here. Even get a Labrador, and a Beagle, and a Poodle, and a Pug. And who can forget the classic little wiener dog? So excited to build these up and take a look at their designs. Push tabs off to the side. Same old story from LEGO. Don't know why they can't just put tape on everything. Included in the box are 3 numbered bags, 1 loose piece, and your 3 instruction manuals. Taking a quick look at the instructions, the ugly render doesn't really look too bad in this sense. I think the dogs still look kinda cute behind that background, but still I just wish that LEGO would start adding backgrounds back to their instructions because they look ugly. Starting off with the main model instructions, from the very back you get your win information. Moving on to this instructions, from the very back we get a Rebuild the World advertisement, as well as an advertisement for last summer's sets, which is kind of weird to see. Still wish that I could get this set. It's one that I would like to get in the future, but otherwise not really concerned with that at the moment. And lastly, from the back of this one, you get another Rebuild the World advertisement, your piece count for 2 pages leading right along to an advertisement for last March's sets as well as this March's sets, so it's interesting to see that they put those side by side. Here's a quick look at everything else that's releasing March 1st, 2023 for LEGO Creator. Out of these, I would really like to get the parrot just because I think it would look good with all the other animals that we've gotten. I also really like this house design. That looks super cool. Even the roof color is interesting. And we also have some other really neat builds included in here that I expect people will enjoy getting. To start us off, we have our alternate builds of the miniature Schnauzer as well as the Pug. They come with accessories of a bone as well as this leash, which I think is a really interesting design. You'll see these pop up again with some of the other builds. Something I have to mention when it comes to building these is the fact that you do get a number of extra pieces, which you'll use on some of the other alternate models. Starting off with the accessories included alongside our dogs, first we have this green bone design, which includes these Technic pieces which work to great effect with the 3 axles in order to add the balls as well as that piece in the middle. Really neat shape. The only downside to this, in my opinion, really is I wish that they could hold on to the toy. If their mouth could open to hold on to the toy, that's really the one thing that I really would have liked to have seen here, but still a nice interesting inclusion as a toy to go along with your characters. Now the other side build included is this leash, which includes this handle from the very back. Have to note these 3x3 circular red tiles, which we have actually seen before in other sets, but it's really great to see it appear again here with the building on the side. You also get one of these long tube pieces with the hole on each end, this one holding onto a stamp piece, which acts as the connection to the very back of the dog. For some reason they show the leash connecting there instead of on the collar, which is kind of weird, but when viewing from behind it doesn't really make a difference. Still looks like it's in the right spot, but it is just kind of weird that it's placed on like the back of the dog. The very first canine that I built in the set is the Pug, which looks pretty adorable. I like the little tongue sticking out. You get one of those melon slice tiles for the nose, printed eyes, which we've seen before, clip piece connections for the ears so you can adjust those as you see fit. We also get a ball joint connection for the neck, and we even get a collar back here, which is such an interesting design, how they were able to use this ring piece with the clip connection down here for the collar, this being a brand new print exclusive to this set. I think it's great that it has some wiggle room, though it does get stuck at certain points if you move the character's head around too much. Maybe it'll get stuck in there and it'll stop it from moving. That's an occasional problem, but one that's pretty easily remedied. As far as the leg connection goes, we have some of these Technic pin pieces in order to give you that back and forth motion for the front and back feet. And we also have some clip piece connections for the paws down there at the bottom, which use these slope pieces, which I really like getting in this set. Looking at the miniature Schnauzer, this is a really cute design. I love the posability for the legs and the feet, how you're able to bring it up. It looks so adorable. You can put him in like the downward dog playing position, which I really like. And same connection as we just saw with the Pug. We actually get a tail from the very back, as short as it is. I think it's effective enough. And as I said, lots and lots of studs are showing just for the fur design. We also have a much more interesting color mix when it comes to the white and the light gray being used. I think the light gray works well with the white. Looking at the face of this guy, look at that. That's so adorable. Getting these pieces in white are pretty cool. You can see the round circle tile for the nose. We also have a bigger tongue sticking out, and also love how they use those dots pieces just to add the extra texture to the fur. We have some printed 2x2s for the eyes, which we have also seen before back in 2019, I believe. And we also have some clip piece connections for those ears so you can adjust them as you see fit, however you want, just to change up the expression. Ball joint for the head so you can move that round in circles, clip pieces down there for the little paws, and I also have to point out that we get a bandana, I believe, for the accessory on this character. Unlike the collar that we saw, I think this is an adorable little feature to add on to this guy. Following our last two pups, we have our next alternate build for the Husky and the long-haired Dachshund, which I think are probably my favorite builds of this set. Having not built the main three models yet, we'll have to wait and see, but so far these are my favorites and probably what I'll end up rebuilding at the end of this. Now, as these are alternate builds, you do get a number of extra pieces that you can use on the other models. Starting off with the accessories, first, can't go wrong with a classic little red ball. This originated back in LEGO Mindstorms back in 2009. Same old design. You get a hole in there if you want to put an accessory, though I don't know why you would want to do that. You also get this sort of like flat end, so then it makes it easy to actually keep it in a standing position. You don't have to worry about it rolling around unless you touch it. Another fun accessory included that you'll see with our other pups is this food bowl, where you get a bunch of different 1x1 studs to represent the kibble, and you also get these curved slope pieces, which are actually really great to get within this set. Interesting color. You could also take out the food and make this act as a water bowl if you want. Coming in from way downtown, we have the long-haired Dachshund, which is a really cute and adorable little pup. We get the same design when it comes to the leg connection with those Technic pins, which allow them to go back and forth, and you get the clip piece at the very base for the little feet. Really fun and cute little design, kind of hot dog colored with both the tan and that nougaty. I think this is probably one of the better designs included. You also get one of those collar designs right here with that printed 1x1 that's exclusive. Printed eyes, which we've seen before. Really love the snout design, that works very well, as well as the ears, which I think it's really great that they use this piece in nougat, which I believe isn't really too common. Get that ball joint connection for the head so you can make it go back and forth, and the clip piece connection from the very back with the tail, which is a really interesting design. I think it's weird how they use the clip piece in order to just make the shaping of the fur and such, but still really cute and adorable little pup to add to your collection. And as for the other build, and probably one of my favorite dogs included, we have the Husky, which turned out amazing. I love the color scheme here with the black and the white mixes so well. You get those clip piece connections for the ears just so then you can adjust those as you see fit, which I think is really nice. I like how you can do that. And also the shaping of them works very well. You get those printed 2x2s for the eyes, which we saw in the last dogs. The snout design I think is particularly interesting. My only complaint here has to be I wish that I could just see his mouth a little bit, just because it is a little disappointing that it's just a whole like white blob down there. We also get a little bit of like fur texturing with those melon slice tiles. Light gray, not a fan of how they include that, but it is what it is. Collar design with that printed 1x1, and you get much longer legs for the Husky. And you'll also notice that we have the studs showing from the very side of the legs, unlike the tiling off that you saw on the Dachshund there. And you also get a clip piece connection for the tail from the very back, which is also a really interesting design, how they were able to make the different patterns of fur for these different dogs. Finishing off, we have the main build of this set, our pair of 3 dogs, the Poodle, the Labrador, and the Beagle. Now when you build these 3 models as well as their accessories, you'll get the regular amount of extra pieces, so you don't have to worry about losing anything. So as you can see, alongside these 3 pups, we get a number of accessories, some of which we've actually already looked at: the ball, the food bowl, this really nice bone, as well as the leash, which is still connected the same way, might I add, where we have it connected from the very back of the dog. It is kind of weird. If you have studs from the back of any of these dogs, you can actually connect the leash like that. I mean, it works in essence, but it's just not accurate. Now, looking at the new accessories that we get with this pairing, we happen to get something that I didn't really recognize what it was until I actually built it. We have a brush. This is to brush the hair of your dogs if you really want to. You get those clip piece connections as like the bristles, which I think is really cute how they were able to do that, and it's a nice purple color. And as for the other accessory, oh my gosh, look at this. We have a bunny toy, and I think it turned out really adorable. You get those printed eyes as well as that melon slice for the nose, clip pieces for the ears, which are also adjustable, so you can actually bring those down if you want to, so then you can have one dog hanging on to one side and the other dog holding on to the other side. And it even comes with some cute little feet down there. Really adorable toy. Just again, one problem that I have when it comes to the builds is the fact that they just don't have mouths to hold on to these accessories. I think that would have worked very well to go along with them. The very first build from this grouping is for the Beagle, which is probably my favorite of this entire set. Even though I did say the Husky was really nice, I think this one turned out even better. The color scheme works very well. I really love the nougat mixing with the white and the black. Looking at the face design, we have a pretty similar face design that we've seen for some of the other dogs, those printed 2x2s for the eyes and the clip pieces for the ears, which is just probably my favorite part, the ears. Ball joint for that neck area, so you can move it up and down and side to side, and we get the collar underneath with that printed 1x1. Same connections you'll see for the other dogs for the paws, as well as the movement for those legs. Very nice fluid motion, and we even get a tail with 2 clip piece connections, so you can actually move that at 2 articulation points, which is really interesting. And as I said, the color scheme is really what gets me here. I think they did a really nice job. The colors here work very well to create the Beagle. Next up, we have another cutie joining the mix-up. We have the Labrador, which is so adorable. I would have liked to have seen a brown Labrador, but still this one is fine. You get that collar again as the accessory between the ball joint for the neck area, so you can move that up and down and back and forth. It will interfere with that connection at times as it is loose between the 2 pieces. That's really my only complaint. Ears, I have to appreciate the texture of the fur there. Get a really nice snout on this one, which I think is probably the best snout that we have out of all of these dogs, just because I love the texturing and the color, how we get a little bit of black there in addition to the tongue. I think that works very well, and just the sloping works extremely well for this design. Same connection that we have for all the other dogs for movement when it comes to those paws, which is really adorable. Some more texture with the fur, which I really like, and a clip piece from the very back for the tail, which is a bit longer than some of the tails that we've gotten for some of the other dogs. And I also have to point out the legs being very long, and you can pose him however you want, put him in that downward dog position if you like. Finishing off our group of 3, we have this cute little poodle, which I do have to point out, as far as building techniques go throughout the set, this is definitely one of the more different builds as far as the dogs go. You have a lot more studs showing just for like the fur type, and we even have this interesting connection from the back of the tail of like the BB-8 body, which I think is really interesting just for like that extra floofiness. We have this sort of like vest thing going around using the blue colors that we saw for the bandana from the first dog. We also have a different sort of snoot design there. It's a little bit shorter. I do like how they use those pieces in white there, and we still have that tongue sticking out. And we have some extra rounding to the head and some extra studs on the ears just to get that extra poofiness that you'll see with the poodle. Collar as the accessory as well, which I really love that print. Really great that they made something exclusive to go along with these characters. So overall, for $30, is this set worth it? I mean, if you're a dog lover like me, you're gonna have to pick this set up. I think these dogs are really adorable. I especially love that Husky build. I think that one I'm definitely gonna have to rebuild and see if I can keep maybe one of these guys alongside him. Who knows, maybe I'll pick up another one of these in the future. Still want to do that with Mr. Majestic Tiger over there. Look forward to some fun pictures on Instagram coming your way soon. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this set. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't have to upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!